Okay, so yesterday we had to get off. We should be on the coastal trail, so we had to get off a little bit, and we're over here. This is the littoral route, so we're on a route, but we don't want to be on the littoral anymore. We want to be on the coastal all the way up to Camino. So we need to go back and get on the coastal. We don't want to go backwards, so what we're going to probably want to do is follow this little road up to about right here, and then follow this unknown road to hit the coastal.
What town is that right there?
I just had it. Shafey or something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut through these two unknown roads. So we're gonna be off the Camino. We had to get off the Camino trail a little bit because we had to find a place to stay. And it took us off about, what, 3 kilometers? 2 kilometers?
2 kilometers.
Which wasn't too bad, but you don't want more kilometers under your belt. And we don't want to go back the way we came because that's defeating the purpose. We have to go forward. On to Santiago! All right. Good morning, everybody. It is, I want to say day 5. All I know is it's Saturday. It is very nice. Yesterday was pretty hot. Got up to 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Very hot, dusty. It was a tough day. Today, right now it's about 69 degrees Fahrenheit, and luckily it's going to get up to only 79 or even 80. So it's going to be a lot different. It's going to be cloudy, which is great. So there'll be some cloud cover, but no rain. And we're off the trail a little bit. We had to go off the trail about 2 or 3 kilometers just to get a place to stay. So now we have to do some navigating, which will be interesting, to get back on the trail, the right trail. So we'll see how that goes. But it's, as always, beautiful morning. Susie had to actually drink. Susie had to drink instant coffee. That's how desperate she was. But at least she's in a better mood, and that's really all that matters. We're back on the trail, baby. Yes, sir.
Yay!
Yay, that was fun. And you know what? It was 1.7 kilometers out of our way. Which is what? Which is like 1.25 miles. I swear, Susie is part Energizer Bunny. She just has so much energy. I'm not gonna say that it's because of the training regiment I put her through for the last 6 months. Oh, cool. She's just so full of joy and Jesus all the time. So, look at this. Is that not cool? In the morning? There's some water if you want to get some water. This is nice. Look at that. Buen Camino. Okay, a little bit of an update. It was not a wedding.
It was for a funeral.
It was for a funeral, so
sad.
now Susie feels bad. So, when you bold men out there will understand this. It's humid, and we've gone 2.5 kilometers, and I think I've changed my head gear 3 times. Oh no. Susie just saw what we have to go and do, We have to walk up this little dirt hill. Cool. Let's ride. Yes. Welcome to the Camino. Mis amigos. So anyway, like I was saying, only 2.5 kilometers in, and I've had to take out a sweat towel and bring out a headband, take off my hat, and then when the sun comes out I'll have to put on the hat. Such is the life. Oh well. Look at her go. Okay, so in the course of literally 10 meters we went from some urban walking to a forest. Look at how pretty this forest is. But what a great change of pace from walking on pavement and cobblestone, which we've been doing for what? The last 4 days. And that's really tough on your feet. This is where it's very necessary to have waterproof shoes, in my opinion. And the ones I wear, they are plenty breathable, so I don't want to hear that argument. But you're gonna go through a lot of mud, and it hasn't even been raining. All right, just a little bit of a backstory here. Number one, you should all know I'm a morning person. I do like to talk, but I'll try and keep it short. A couple of years ago, I did the Française solo from Saint Jean Pied de Port to Santiago de Compostela, and it was quite honestly the hardest thing I've ever done. I was 59 at the time, and it was also the most wonderful thing that I've ever done. The best experience other than getting married to my wonderful wife and having our children and our dog George. Not necessarily in that order. No, I'm just kidding. I just knew I wanted to do another Camino, and I'm just so happy that I was able to convince my wife to do a Camino with me. And she's not a hiker. She was not a hiker. She is now. And so we did the training. But I tell you, it is so wonderful to see somebody that you love experience a Camino and to watch it through their eyes. I'm having a great time myself, of course, because I've never done the Portuguese route, so it's all new to me also. But just to see her joy in her eyes as she sees new things, and the confidence that she's getting every day from completing the stage and everything. And so that's our backstory. So hopefully you'll keep following along and see what other sights and sounds she gets to experience. Awesome. This is that. Bom dia. This is a pop-up. These are on the trail, like in various places when it's sort of desolate from the towns and everything. And all it is volunteers, people out of the kindness of their heart. They'll come and they'll put out fruit and just bananas and things to eat. Ooh, coffee, Susie. And you want to give a little donation, but you'll find this throughout the Camino. So this is really nice. right, so that was our first pop-up donativo kind of stand, and on the Frances, they're everywhere, especially when you really need it, like on a desolate part of the trail or whatever. So they're very, very nice. And you know, you want to give a donation, but first let me talk about this sign on Susie's back. So Susie wears hearing aids, and she doesn't want to hike with the hearing aids in for obvious reasons. Doesn't want to get them wet with sweat or rain or whatever. And when I did the Frances a couple of years ago, there are a lot of bikers that do Caminos, especially. I haven't noticed as many on the Portuguese as I did on the Frances. But what happens is they'll come up from behind you at a high rate of speed, and they'll usually shout out "Buen Camino." You know, you'll hear them to get out of the way, or they'll ring a little bell, but they don't slow down. They're depending on you to use your common sense and move out of the way. And so I was afraid she might not can hear them. And this is a shout out to Lainey on Days We Spin, a couple of YouTubers that do a lot of Caminos. I saw her wearing this on her pack, and so I texted her, and she provided me a link to download this. So shout out to her. Do your Lainey pole thing, Susie. There you go. She's working on it. Lainey, if you're watching, I hope this isn't copyrighted, but anyway. So I did this sign. Look, there's a little kitty. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Hey, buddy. So I did that sign so that, number one, she didn't get run over, okay? Number two, I didn't want the bikers to think she was being just rude and a jerk by refusing to move or acknowledge them. And of course that goes for people, other hikers behind them, other pilgrims that come up from behind you, and they'll say "Buen Camino" as a greeting. And if she doesn't hear them, I don't want them to think she's just some jerk or whatever. So I made that sign, and it just lets people know that she may not can hear them. So it's pretty cool. Thanks, Blaine. Coming out of the woods, and we see this. Look at that. Beautiful. You see the hill? Look. So I don't know if I really want to do this. It's kind of early in the morning and I'm already getting sore, and those look like a lot of steps, but this is pretty nice. I think if I were younger and had more energy. My first stork sighting. Hi guys. They're a little bit low. Usually they're on much taller church steeples and things. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna take a little break here because there's some shade. There's a church, which usually means a little respite, a little shade. because it is warming up here. And we're gonna just take a little break.
Scott gave me the impression this was gonna be flat. This is not flat.
We've already, what, climbed 1,000 feet? At least, if not 1,200. I know it said like 350 meters. Okay, coming off of a hot, let's see, we're about 11 kilometers in for the day. We're about halfway done. And look at the view coming down off that hill we just tackled. About to tackle another yucky little climb down, but look at the view in the long. We're going to be crossing that river. It's beautiful. Seriously, after climbing all that way, we have to climb down this. People just trash it. I don't understand that. I really don't. Looks like we just walked into some sort of a festival. We're in Vienna. Hello, cows. Hey there. It's okay, buddy.